on the quad near Lee Hall Auditorium starting at 7:30 a.m. Saturday's coverage will start at 9 near Bragg Memorial Stadium.
And I will also be at that game sporting my Howard gear, loud and proud. But happening today,
Nobody wants to hear that.
State University will be hosting their second annual Great Bowls of Fire Chili Cook-Off. Now, chefs will be able to compete for the coveted title of VSU Chili Master. Now, if your recipe isn't already registered, no worries. You can just head out and grab a bowl for yourself. It's only $5, and it starts at 6 p.m. at the University Center Magnolia Room, where all proceeds will benefit FSU's campus wellness.
Police need your help this morning finding the person responsible for leaving a victim shot and suffering in the middle of the road. Investigators say it happened just after 6 Monday evening at the intersection of 6th Avenue and Old Bainbridge Road. That's in Tallahassee's Griffin Heights area. Paramedics took the victim to the hospital, but so far no word yet on their condition. If you have any information that could lead to an arrest in this case, Tallahassee police want to hear from you. It is 5:35 this morning, and the man accused of a shooting that happened nearly 10 years ago, just about 10-minute drive away from 6th Avenue, is back in court today.
Henry Segura faces 4 charges of first-degree murder for his ex-girlfriend and their 3 children. Prosecutors say that he committed the crime to avoid paying $20,000 of child support. Defense attorneys, however, say that their deaths were the work of a Mexican drug cartel, and they plan to call on some key witnesses later on this week.
Mr. Santos will testify in this trial. Mr. Santos will admit to you that he ordered the murders.
Originally went before a jury in 2017. Santos pleaded the fifth during that trial, and it ended in a mistrial with 8 jurors deciding that Segura was not guilty. 4 others said he did it. There are only 6 jurors seated for this year's trial, and they will all be back in court this morning.
WTXL's Jada Williams will be in that courtroom with live updates providing for you guys on Twitter. Don't forget that ABC 27 has been covering this trial since day one. For all those details that you may have missed, just head to our website, WTXL.tv. Now, if you need a lawyer, you're in luck because today the Legal Aid Foundation of Tallahassee is offering free 30-minute consultations. Now, this is an opportunity for anybody living in Leon County. It's from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the Jack Gaither Community Center, and the address is on your screen. And the time is now 5:36. As Tallahassee City Commissioners will have plenty to discuss during their next meeting coming up on Wednesday.
That's right, Brian. 2 of the top topics during that meeting will be ethics and e-scooters. The Independent Ethics Board will introduce an ordinance that, in part, would expand their authority over misuse of position and also recommend some new policies for City Commission voting and compensation. The City Commission plans to finalize updates to the Ethics Code by the end of the year. They are also looking to bring in a new e-scooter company. 5 e-scooter companies participated in the original pilot program that ran from July through October. One of them, called Gotcha, is no longer participating. Now, commissioners are recommending a new vendor called Wheels to take its place. The pilot program was extended through March.
Time now is 5:37. As you head outside, it's nice out. Temperatures in the upper 50s, lower 60s. A cold front's on the way. That rain is getting close off to our west. Bright full moon out there if you can still see it. Now, there are some visibility concerns for areas further east down I-10 and Perry and Live Oak, seeing some limited visibility, so maybe some patchy, dense fog. Something to look out for, maybe a couple extra minutes for that commute. Tighten radar, all that rain right behind me there. Again, it is knocking on the doorstep of our coverage areas. We're going to be seeing this rain make it in soon. This is our cold front. Once the rain begins, we're going to be seeing at least a chance through the rest of the day with, for the most part, patchy drizzle after that initial line passes through. It's going to be a lot of glass Friday with these temperatures dropping down through the day. We're going to time out those rain chances for you coming up here soon, but anticipate your high temperature coming around 10, 11 a.m. This afternoon, temperatures dropping pretty quickly again. It's going to be colder when you get out of work this afternoon than it will be when you go in this morning. So make sure you got a jacket handy. Breaking down the rest of your forecast details coming up here in just a couple of minutes.
Time is now 5:38. Let's take a look at those traffic conditions as you are making your way to work this Tuesday morning. So far, nothing but green behind me, meaning that everything is running pretty smoothly on all of our major roadways. There is one incident to make you aware of. It's at US 319 at Capitol Circle northbound at Easterwood Drive. So if you are in this area, make sure that you are taking your time this morning. As far as those drive times, everything is picking up and moving pretty smoothly so far. If there are any incidents out there, that we're not reporting right now, make sure that you hit us up on all of our social media pages. And that is a look at your Tuesday First Alert traffic.
All right, Brian, and thank you. Now, one local organization is working to make sure that homeless vets have a place to stay after serving our country. We'll have details for you straight ahead. But for now, here is a look at last night's Fantasy 5 numbers. Good luck to you this morning. The time now is 5:39.
In today's Tech Bites, shaming slow websites.
Google Chrome is experimenting with labeling websites that load slowly. No word on what this badge of shame might look like. Reports say it could be a progress bar that turns red or a pop-up screen that notifies the user that they're on a slow site. And Amazon is gearing up for its first grocery store.
The company-branded store in Los Angeles will be designed as a cheaper alternative to Whole Foods, which Amazon already owns. The store reportedly won't use the same technology that powers Amazon's Go stores. It appears there's a race to replace your smartphone.
Smart glasses could be the next big thing in the tech world, according to CNBC. Microsoft, Facebook, Google, Apple, and Amazon are all working on devices to wear on your face.
Can I have a smart glasses, smartphone, an Apple Watch? Those are your Tech Bites.
Mornings were made for better things than rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis. When considering another treatment, ask about Xeljanz XR, a once-daily pill for adults with moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or active psoriatic arthritis for whom methotrexate did not work well enough. It can reduce pain, swelling, and significantly improve physical function. Xeljanz can lower your ability to fight infections like TB. Don't start Xeljanz if you have an infection. Taking a higher than recommended dose of Xeljanz for RA can increase risk of death. Serious, sometimes fatal infections, cancers, including lymphoma, and blood clots have happened, as have tears in the stomach or intestines, serious allergic reactions, and changes in lab results. Tell your doctor if you've been somewhere fungal infections are common, or if you've had TB, hepatitis B or C, or are prone to infections. Don't let another morning go by without asking your doctor about Xeljanz XR.
Welcome back. Time now is 5:44. Here's a look at your planner as you head out for the day. Now, if you notice, your high temperature is going to be coming this morning between about 10 a.m., 11 a.m., or noon, depending on where you live. But it's going to be colder when you get out of work this afternoon than it will be when you head into work or school this morning. So make sure you got a jacket or a coat handy. Rain's going to be passing through during the day. We got this cold front bringing us our coldest temperatures since March. Overnight, breaking down all those forecast details coming up in just a minute.
Coming up on 5:45 this morning, and the nation's oldest former U.S. president is in the hospital.
Jimmy Carter is undergoing head surgery. Now, a spokesman for Carter says that bleeding from his recent falls built up pressure around his brain, and now that needs to be relieved. Carter was admitted to a hospital in Atlanta overnight. After 3 falls this year, Carter has continued to serve his community by teaching Sunday school. He recently turned 95 years old. In Detroit, doctors have successfully performed the world's first vaping-caused double lung transplant. The patient has requested his medical team share photos of this lung damage to warn others. Now, doctors are hoping that lung injuries from vaping will decrease with this latest information. So far, vaping has caused more than 2,000 Americans to get sick, and 40 people have died.
Also happening later today, the Supreme Court will hear arguments on the Trump administration's bid to end the DACA program, which shields immigrants brought to the U.S. as children from deportation and allows them to work in the country legally. 69,550 migrant infants, toddlers, kids, and teens were taken into U.S. custody in 2019. That is enough to overflow an NFL stadium. Many have since been deported or reunited with family here in America. About 4,000 are still being held in government facilities.
A local organization is making sure that homeless vets have a place to stay after they get done serving our country.
ABC 27's Christian Thomas explains how.
For some veterans, returning home is often a struggle.
Some just have hard things that have happened to them as they're transitioning back into civilian life.
Even though they have left the battle, they are still fighting.
Some have mental health issues, some have substance abuse issues.
Bentley says a common struggle for vets is they have no place to call home. The Big Bend Homeless Coalition taking that head on through the Supportive Services for Veteran Families program.
But we house veterans experiencing homelessness, and we also try to help them maintain the housing if they're already in the housing.
The program, funded by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, serves over 200 veterans in Tallahassee and 7 surrounding counties in the Big Bend each year. Bentley says with the help of other organizations in the city, veterans are now getting the help they need.
Different agencies know about us through the Carney Center, so Tallahassee Veterans Village, we just have a lot of feeders right now that know about our program, and so it kind of sells itself right now.
A cause to give those who fought for us a place to call home when they return. In Tallahassee, Christian Thomas, WTXL ABC 27.
Since 2009, homelessness among veterans nationwide has dropped by 48%. Now, for those who still need help, that program is available to all eligible veterans. You can find that information on our website, WTXL.tv.
Time now is 5:47. Looking outside, got some clouds filling in the sky. It's not raining yet, but it's going to here soon. That rain's knocking on our doorstep from the west. What we're talking about this morning, cold front. It is going to be cold this time tomorrow morning. Temperatures like last Friday, we're going to be dropping through the day. Overnight, a freeze warning is in effect for a lot of us. Pets, plants, make sure you're keeping those inside. Not quite cold enough to worry about the pipes just yet. Rest of the week, looking pretty chilly. Temperatures staying below normal for the most part, with rain coming back later on this week. We're going to check out that freeze warning for you. There you go. Southern Georgia, for most of it, shaded in purple there, and areas west Tallahassee. What does the freeze warning mean? Temperatures expected to dip down near 32 or below. Yesterday was a watch. This has been upgraded. That's our first freeze warning so far of the season. We're expecting our coldest temperatures tomorrow at this time since March. Right now, it's pleasant outside, 50s and 60s, so it's a little cool outside, but make sure you bundle up still because these temperatures will be dropping through the day as that cold front passes through later on this morning. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be talking about your wind chill. That's what we're going to be looking at. That's rough. 20s. That is like January or February cold, so we're getting in a little early. Here's a look at the next couple hours. Again, we spike early, 10, 11 a.m., then we start to drop. Those freeze warnings, again, those are in effect until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Make sure that you are keeping those pets and plants indoors. Radar's mostly quiet, but you got showers approaching Panama City area. That's just to our west. Not really raining in our coverage area yet. Areas in lower Alabama beginning to see it. This is mostly just, again, showers. Not really a lot of thunder, not really a lot of lightning, no severe potential here, but could see a couple rumbles. This is going to continue to pass through all morning through lunchtime. Here you are at 1:30. A lot of patchy drizzle through the afternoon as well. That's just like last Friday. Overnight, we clear out, and that is when those winds pick up, and that is when the cold air works in. Not a great day for the boat. It's going to be too windy for that. Waves 5 to 7 feet tonight. 68 degrees for your high. That comes this morning with breezy winds. 34 overnight. Again, that's cold. Wind chills in the 20s area wide. For tomorrow, highs in the 50s with sunshine. Turkey Drive looking pretty nice in the morning. Just going to be a little bit on the chilly side. Your entire forecast for the most part below normal temperatures with a nice sunny weekend ahead.